Welcome to ClarityLoop. In this video, we're looking at growth signals, where ClarityLoop pulls together patterns across your growth data so you can quickly see what's going well, what to improve, and what to do next. We'll cover 4 things: where these signals come from, how to read your own signals, how to take action from a signal, and how managers can use the same view to coach their team. Let's begin. Open growth signals. At the top, you'll see a quick snapshot of activity and trends. This page is meant to help you notice patterns early without having to piece things together manually. And these signals don't come from one place. ClarityLoop combines human feedback, one-to-ones, and shared work threads to surface what's repeating over time. One quick mindset note before we go deeper. Treat signals as prompts, not verdicts. Sometimes they'll be spot on. Sometimes they'll need context. That's okay. The point is to learn early and respond with a growth mindset. Now, start with growth opportunities. You'll see 2 ways to view them. Themes helps you spot what repeats quickly. List is a straightforward view when you want to scan. Open a growth opportunity. This detail view is where the signal becomes concrete. You can see the supporting evidence behind it, the moments and inputs that contributed to the pattern. That makes it easier to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting to a vague label. Now let's talk about actions, because this is where growth signals becomes genuinely useful. When a growth opportunity stands out, you usually want one of 2 next steps. First, track it. Link the growth opportunity to a goal. This is great when you want a small plan, something you can work on over a few weeks and see progress over time. Second, talk about it. Add it to your next one-to-one agenda. That's a simple way to make sure the theme turns into a real conversation with examples instead of getting lost in the week. Back on the opportunities list, you'll also notice a few helpful controls. If something doesn't feel relevant right now, or it's simply not accurate, you can hide it. Hiding doesn't mean ignoring growth. It just keeps your view focused on what matters now. And if you ever want to revisit hidden items, you can switch to Show All and bring them back. You can also add your own growth opportunity. This is optional but useful in 2 situations: when you already know an area you want to focus on, or when you and your manager want to align on something and start tracking it sooner. If you add one, you can also link goals to it, so it stays actionable. Now let's move to strengths. Strengths are patterns to keep leaning into, and they're backed by the same types of signals. Open a strength. You'll see supporting evidence here too. This is especially helpful when you want to reinforce what's working with specifics, not just general praise. And just like growth opportunities, you can keep the view tidy by hiding items that aren't relevant right now, and you can add your own if you want to track something intentionally. Next, values. Values signals help you see which company values are showing up consistently in your day-to-day work. This is useful for recognition, reflection, and aligning on what good looks like on your team. And finally, sentiment. Sentiment is about how your interactions are being perceived over time. It's directional, derived from multiple sources, so it's best used as an early indicator. If you notice sentiment shifting, the healthiest move is usually simple. Look at what's contributing to it, pick one practical next step, and check again after a couple of weeks. Now let's switch gears to the manager flow. Open your team area and select a direct report. Then open growth signals. You'll see the same sections, but the mindset changes. This is a coaching view. Pick one growth strength to reinforce and one growth opportunity to support. Open a growth opportunity. You'll see the evidence behind it, which helps you coach with clarity and care. And just like in your own view, you can take action immediately. If it's something you want to work on over time, link it to a goal. If it's something to discuss soon, add it to the next one-to-one agenda. And for tougher conversations, there's a helpful extra step. Before your one-to-one, you can use ClarityLoop AI to role-play the conversation based on this growth opportunity and the supporting context, so you go in prepared, respectful, and clear. Let's wrap up with a quick checklist. Use growth signals weekly, not to judge, but to notice. Open a signal so you can see the real examples behind it. Hide what isn't relevant so your focus stays sharp. Add your own only when it helps you align and start tracking sooner. And when something stands out, take one next step. Link it to a goal or bring it into your next one-to-one agenda. That's growth signals in ClarityLoop. Thanks for watching.